Oh yeah, they canceled Mulan. Oh no, they're releasing Mulan. That's right. This is a big deal. I'm really kind of excited to see Mulan. They're charging. So this is a Disney film. This is going to be the live action Mulan, and I had only seen the cartoon Mulan this in the last 6 months, I think, and I loved it. Eddie Murphy was fantastic. It was a great. I love the music. It was fun, you know. But they're doing a live action version of it, and they had postponed it because obviously Disney was like, we don't want to release this movie in theaters when nobody can go to a theater. Could you imagine? Like, that would be a pretty dumb move. All right, we're going to release this in theaters, and they're like just waiting for the money to come rolling in. They're like, hey, didn't anybody tell you? Nobody's going. No, but thankfully they knew what was going on, and they didn't release it. But then, you know, how long are you just going to sit on this movie? Yeah, how long are you going to sit on this movie and not release it? You know, so they finally decided to release it. I don't know when it's coming out. I think pretty soon, and if it's not already out, I don't know. But it's going to be on Disney Plus, and you're going to have to pay extra for it, $30, I think. But I think it's going to be worth it because I don't know what the average family is. You know, the average viewer who goes to see Mulan, I'm assuming is a family, maybe 2 kids or on average. So you figure a $15 movie ticket, even if it's $10, maybe where you're living, and I don't know, in the South, do they have movies? I'm kidding, but yeah, $10 to $15. And 3 tickets, 4 tickets, that's already $40. Concessions on top of that, you know, in America, that's an extra $90. So that's what you're dealing with, and I think this would be a great deal. And then you can have a family movie night, $30. The ones who really are getting the short end of the stick here are movie theaters. And that actually, I'm really curious. This raises a question. It doesn't beg the question. If you ever think that you're going to use the phrase beg the question, you probably don't mean beg the question, by the way. The people who use the phrase beg the question in a sentence already know what it means and when to use it, and they're not thinking about whether or not to say, is this an appropriate time to say beg the question? So this raises the question, what's the future of movie theaters? I don't know. Give me your thoughts. Send me your thoughts. poetpodcast@gmail.com. POAT podcast. But I'd like to know, are movie theaters going to be around? Let's say that you know, there's obviously a couple hypothetical directions that this is going to take, right? There's a vaccine. A-okay. We figured it's like eradicating polio, except we somehow have to get it also to the anti-vaxxers, and we take care of it. It's gone. Great. Everybody returns back to normal. Are people going to be still loving this kind of life, like the work from home life and the moving to suburbs? Well, I guess suburbs have. But are they, you know, if we've interrupted the habit or the idea of going to a movie theater, are we still going to go afterwards? Again, this is assuming that there's a vaccine, or for whatever, however it manifests itself, we've taken care of COVID-19, right? It's gone. And also assuming nothing has come up in its place. So let's set that. But yeah, are we going to go back to the movies? I could kind of see that going either way. On the one hand, it is kind of nice to go somewhere to do a thing. You know, you go out to a movie theater to see a movie. I liked going to movies for the big action-y kind of movies, you know? Any of the 30 annual Avengers movies, anything from Marvel, which I think they came out every day of the year a couple of years ago. But those were kind of fun. The big action-y thing, anything by Michael Bay, you know, Transformers stuff, that would be cool to see in a theater because I would like to feel it in my body, feel the bass, you know, of Optimus Prime, just saying anything. He could say, "Welcome to dinner," and I'd be like, oh, okay, I got my $15 worth out of this. Just took a weird turn. But, and you know, or even like a date night with the wife. It's usually her idea. Let's go to a romantic comedy movie, something kind of funny. I don't like, if it's up for an Oscar, I don't want to see it. That was my only rule. Because those are films. Those aren't movies. They're filmed. You have to think about it, and then you have to talk to snobby people about it. You have to tell people you saw the film, what you thought. That's a lot of work. I just want to go see Thor kill the bad guys. That's all I want to see. because that's fun. And then, you don't have to tell people that you went and saw the latest Avengers film. It's great. Or the latest Thor movie. I guess I'm stuck on Thor. Maybe I have a thing for Thor. It's his hammer. So that's, I don't want to see films, too much work. That's anything that's up for an Oscar is a hard pass for me. So, but yeah, that I kind of liked going to movie theaters for that reason. But I'm looking at the data here. I didn't go. I didn't go that often. We didn't go maybe twice in a year, I think. And if that's a luxury I need to give up because nobody else wants to go, fine. That I'm okay with that. I've made my peace. I can instead watch Mulan at home. I think the TV I have here was a $300 TV, and it's a 40-inch LCD from Amazon, and it was $300, and that would be fine. You just pull it straight up to the couch, and you feel like you're there. That's fine. I can do that. But yeah, I'd like to know, our movie theaters, is that real estate going away? I mean, our movie theaters going away, is something going to fill in? I don't know. This is what keeps me up at night. Really, is our movie theaters going to be around? But yeah, Mulan, $30 on Disney Plus. Has anybody else subscribed to Disney Plus? I did. I love it. I think just for The Mandalorian. That show was amazing. I highly recommend it just for that. I think it's the only thing I've watched on Disney Plus, so maybe I should rethink the subscription because I'm paying, the extra. Because then they have a deal with Hulu where you get a couple bucks off if you get them both because they're all in the same family. And I don't know if I watch anything else on Disney Plus, so maybe I do need to cancel. Maybe I'll never see Mulan. Maybe I'll be Mulan-less. That'll be fine. All right, we talked about My Terrible Neighbors. Talked about that.